Hey guys, Mr. Bowman here. Today's learning objective is in yellow and we are learning to understand systems of equations. I've underlined systems of equations because that's the first really important idea or concept that we need to know what that means. And to start our definition, a systems of equation, it's something that has two or more equations and those equations have the same set of variables. And I'm going to run through two examples to show you what I mean by that. So the first example I've got here, we can see we've got two equations, 1, 2, and you will see within those two equations, they've both got x's and they've both got y's. So that's what it means by the same set of variables. They've got the same variables within them. Let's look at a second equation. This time here we've got three equations, so that's going to be two or more equations. And you'll see yet again, they've all got the same variables. So there are all the x's, each equation has a y as well, and then finally they've all got z's. So those are two examples of systems equations. Hopefully you can see what I'm trying to draw out there. There are two or more equations, and they've got the same variables in both of those equations. So the next really important thing that we need to be aware of is the number of variables in the equations relate to the number of equations that you need to find them. So for example, if we had one variable, so I'll start writing up here now. So if you had one variable, for an example, you may remember doing equations like this when you were just learning your algebra. There is one variable, you only need one equation to go ahead and solve that. And if you recall, you're probably going to be doing algebra like this. And then that meant x was equal to 5. The next one, for example, maybe you've got two variables, two things that you don't know about. And you'll see the equation we had before. We had 2x plus y equals 7, and we had negative 3x plus 2y equals 1. So you see we've got two letters, we've got x's and y's. So to actually solve that, we would need two equations to do that. And then finally, if there were three variables that you're looking for, because there's more variables you're looking for, you need more information to go ahead and figure out. That's why you need three equations to do it. So our example before, we had x plus y plus z equals 3. Because we have three things we're trying to find out, we need three bits of information or three equations to go ahead and figure out what that is. So the second equation was 2x plus y minus z equals 3. And then finally, the third bit of information, 5x minus y minus z equals 3. So because we have three different variables, we need three different equations to go ahead and find out each of those variables. Now that's just a general rule. There will be some times where you might not necessarily need all the information, but just generally speaking, one variable means you need one equation, two variables you need two equations, and finally three variables. And these are the types of questions we'll be focusing on this year. Forgive me as I moved that slide by mistake. That hopefully is a good summary of what we need to do.